Chinese mainland markets and Asia as a whole really are showing some considerable resilience this Monday after we saw actions by both the US and Iranian forces in the Middle East really put in doubt hopes for the current ceasefire to be extended. But of course the Shanghai Composite Index was up 0.75% today, while the Shenzhen Component ended the day up more than 0.5% to its highest level since December 2021, just a whisker below 15,000 points. Today, Chinese mainland investors were also looking at the PBOC's decision to hold the benchmark lending rate steady, but this was very much expected. I mean, the central bank at the moment is a lot keener on some more targeted measures rather than these sweeping changes to the loan prime rate at the moment. There were also a few stories on the tech front which were moving those sectors forward today. First, AI stocks gained some ground after reports in The Information that DeepSeek is looking to raise $300 million from private investors, which would value the company at $10 billion. That's pretty big as a milestone for a two-year-old company on its first external funding round. And while $10 billion as a valuation looks like small change compared to some of the big global players like OpenAI and Anthropic, the technology gap really does look a lot smaller than the valuation gap. And the other bit of tech news was smartphone maker Honor's humanoid robot beating a human world record for the half marathon at the weekend in Beijing. Good news for robotic stocks there. One thing, though, that robots won't be reviving at the moment is demand at Chinese liquor makers. Guizhou Maotai stocks crept a little bit higher today after slumping on Friday when the company reported its first ever fall in annual profit and revenue. There is, however, some hope for first quarter data that's due out at the end of this week. Maotai has made a few changes to its pricing structure and other things in the first quarter of this year in the hope to get that revenue stream flowing again. And it won't be long before we find out if that's made much of an impact.